Yes. All right. I'm sorry, everybody. We had some of the worst technical difficulties I think I've ever had trying to start up a stream, but we're finally here. We're here late as ever could be. But we have a tornado warning in Nebraska. All right. I'm sorry for everybody that had like all the things that said stream scheduled or whatever. But we fixed it. So that's all that matters. We're here today for some severe weather coverage across parts of Nebraska, especially. But we're also going to be talking about Kansas, Wyoming. Oh, wait, nope, we're still going. Sorry. Oh my gosh, I messed everything up, guys. I tried to download Streamlabs because I was like, well, if OBS isn't gonna work, then maybe Streamlabs will. But now I can't. Okay. Nope. We're gonna get rid of Streamlabs. Thank you, OBS. I'm sorry I tried to betray you. Anyway, this is literally the most scuffed stream I've ever done, but here we go. We got ourselves a tornado warning here off to the south and the west of Valentine, Nebraska. This is for Doughboy, so if you're in this area, make sure that you seek shelter immediately. In addition to a possible tornado, golf ball-sized hail is also occurring with this storm, so again, make sure you're getting indoors, away from windows, and on the lowest floor possible. We also have a storm near Martin, South Dakota, warned for tennis ball-sized hail and 60-mile-an-hour winds, so if you're in that area, make sure you're getting indoors and away from windows. It says that I'm streaming, but I don't see it, so I'm just going to hope that it just hasn't popped up yet. Roman, do you see my stream? Okay, thank you. Yeah, by the way, we are here with Roman, the weather guy. Sorry, I'm turning his audio up now, but yeah. Anyway, again, huge scuff stream here, but again, all that matters is that we're here now and we're good to go. So, what's up, Gooseman, out there in Western Ohio? Yeah, Western Ohio has a risk for severe weather today. We're talking about a dual threat for severe thunderstorms. We've got ourselves a risk out here in the Central Plains, and we got ourselves another risk along the Ohio River Valley here. Currently, these storms in the Ohio Valley aren't really doing too much, but we are expecting some extra convection to start to pop up here soon across parts of southeast Missouri, southern Illinois, west Kentucky, and southwest Indiana. So we'll watch out for that, all right? And then, again, our main focus right now is out here in the plains, especially in Nebraska. So we got to watch this tornado warning here that we have now. Again, this is the second one of the day. But yeah, here we go, guys. So, Roman, what are you thinking for this tornado warning storm right now?
I haven't actually taken a look yet, but let me do that right now, and I'll tell you what I see here. So, we have a tornado warning now being issued for, areas here in north central Cherry County here in Nebraska. So at 3:15 p.m. Central State Daylight Time, a severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado was located 7 miles east of Medicine Lake, or 39 miles southeast of Martin, moving east at 15 miles per hour. The hazard with that is a tornado and golf ball size hail, but that is radar indicated rotation there. That rotation there does look pretty strong to me, but it's pretty broad. So we just really need to keep an eye on it. We need to watch out for areas down the line here. So down the line, areas maybe near south of Valentine there.
Yeah. So, again, right now we're mainly concerned about areas and more north-central Cherry County. So, if we have any viewers tuning in from Valentine, this warning does not include you right now. Maybe you got the emergency alert on your phone if you're in Valentine. But right now, we are not concerned about Valentine. The main concern is, again, in the Doughboy area, where we actually have a pretty impressive hook echo here, right? So, this is actually going to be one of our storms that has the greater chance to produce a tornado today. Again, we have some semi-strong rotation here, so I would not be surprised if we were to get a tornado out of that. Again, we had a tornado warning earlier down here closer to the Sydney area whenever I was trying to start my stream, but it was failing. But that one never ended up producing a confirmed tornado that we know of anyway, so that's good. But again, right now, we are just watching our storm south of Cody. Any semi-discrete cells in this over-convection has a chance to produce a tornado. Yeah, so that's the thing. We've got ourselves a really tornadically primed environment today, so all these discrete supercells are going to be problematic. I bet the SPC was honestly on the fence of adding a 10% hatch risk for tornadoes, but they did not, so we are sticking with the 5% tornado risk here. The 5% tornado risk is going out for portions of Nebraska, a sliver of South Dakota, and a sliver of Colorado here. So this includes cities like Valentine, Julesburg, down towards Holyoke, all right, Ogallala, Gordon, Chadron, Alliance, all the way out towards Ainsworth. So if you guys are in this area, you have the greatest tornado threat today, all right? We are expecting a couple of tornadoes to occur in this area today, so don't be scared. Be prepared. Make sure that you have multiple ways to receive weather alerts. Make sure you're tuning into the stream. If you know anybody out here, make sure to send them the link to this stream because we are going to be here for a while, I'm assuming, covering these severe thunderstorms because, again, a lot of them are going to try to produce tornadoes, and most likely a couple of them are going to succeed. I did notice our storm down here near Hyannis is only warned for 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts, but on the velocities here, we're actually measuring close to 70-mile-an-hour wind gusts, so that's something to look out for there, north of Highway 2 and north of Weir. And then our storm near Sydney is also warned for 70-mile-an-hour damaging wind gusts and ping-pong ball-sized hail. We got a really weird radar glitch in the velocities there because of our distance from the radar site. We are in a bit of a radar hole today for most of our storms that are going to develop out here in the panhandle of Nebraska. That's going to be a pretty big problem, and that's where we're expecting most of our storms to develop, so that's not good, obviously, but anyway, what matters is, again, our tornado warning here in Nebraska. We've got ourselves that hook echo. We've got ourselves some pretty tight rotation at this point. Roman earlier was saying that, it was broad, so it wasn't probably going to do anything at the time being. But now that it's tightened up, so we're going to be watching for a potential tornado out of this. They did just go ahead and condense that warning because weather spotters have now reported a funnel cloud with this storm. So, again, if you're in this area, you need to get to your tornado safe spot immediately in north central Cherry County.
Welcome in, Kevin.
Yeah, what's up, everybody? Again, sorry for all the stream technical difficulties today. I'm sorry if anybody got sent like 20 notifications that Davis Does Weather is starting a stream soon. But yeah, we're here now, and that's all that matters once again. So, again, off to the east of Doughboy is our area of rotation, and again, our funnel cloud that weather spotters have now reported with this severe thunderstorm. So, again, if you're in this area, we need you to get into your tornado safe spot again in north central Cherry County because this is not looking good. It's looking pretty interesting here. Again, it's got a hook echo. It's got the velocities to match up. All that we're waiting for is to see a correlation coefficient drop here. Now, one thing to note is that there's not really anything to pick up out here, so I don't think we're going to see anything. And also, we're pretty far away from the radar site, so we probably wouldn't see much anyway. But this is going to have a very real chance to produce a tornado. But again, luckily we have spotters out here and stuff, so that's going to help out quite a bit with the warning process.
I also have some news from Hurricane Beryl. This storm has now killed 16 total people so far. 5 people are still missing and over $1 billion in damage. Just wanted to relay some information from that storm because that storm is incredibly catastrophic and right now is about to take landfall in Jamaica. Yeah,
so Hurricane Beryl here, as we can see, the eye is actually pretty unnoticeable, all right? This storm is getting weaker. It's slowly but surely weakening out here, but we've still got ourselves a high-end Category 4 major Hurricane Beryl here to deal with. That, again, right now the eye is located just off to the south of Jamaica there, but Jamaica are getting some catastrophic impacts right now. Once again, as Roman said, apparently 16 people have been killed now. Again, we're starting to see billions in damages. It is not a good situation here. And again, this storm is going to eventually make its way all the way up through the Bay of Campeche, all the way into the Gulf, and then potentially make landfall as a tropical storm or a hurricane here in either Mexico or Texas, maybe even Louisiana. We're still a bit uncertain on that. And again, unfortunately, I won't be able to go live at that time whenever it makes that landfall, but I'm sure Roman will. So make sure to go subscribe to him. But yeah, again, our main focus right now is on our active tornado warning here because this storm is, this is as close as you get to having a tornado without actually having one. We've got our hook echo, we've got our velocity matchup, we've got a weather spotter's report of a funnel cloud. That's actually some pretty strong rotation at this point. We are talking about some very high velocities here. So this is a storm we really got to watch. This could produce a strong tornado here, guys.
Oh, yeah, wow. Those are some very strong velocities.
Yeah. So...
And it's broad, but the thing is, it's tight enough to where it absolutely could already be on the ground. We really don't know. Weather spotters did report a, funnel cloud, so please take this as this is a dangerous storm. It could be producing a tornado right now. So if you're in north central Cherry County, just please, hopefully you're already in your safe spot. But yeah, man.
Yeah, that's looking like a pretty intense storm, and again, that new velocity scan is still showing some pretty interesting-looking rotation there, pretty tight rotation. Again, I don't want to ignore our storm down here to the north of Sydney either, because this is also pretty dangerous here for folks in Gurley and Dalton. I know we had a tornado warning out for this storm right before stream started. But yeah, I mean, again, we are just watching all these storms here in Nebraska because any one of them that gets discreet enough, just like this one has, is going to have the very real chance to produce a tornado. And, I wouldn't even, take the card off the table that there's a potential for a strong tornado. So, again, right now, at 3:22 p.m., a severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado was located 11 miles southeast of Medicine Lake, or 38 miles southwest of Valentine, moving east at 20 miles per hour. Hazard: tornado and golf ball-sized hail. Source: weather spotters reported a funnel cloud. So, again, something to note is that we are talking, again, 38 miles away from Valentine. So, Valentine, you're not in any real danger right now. You're just getting some showers and thunder showers. But this big time storm is going to eventually make its way at least to the south of Valentine. And again, it could have the potential to actually go into Valentine if it makes a major turn here. So, all you folks in Valentine need to be watching out for this. Again, this is in your county as we speak. It's even in your section of the county, all right? I know Cherry County is a pretty massive county out here in Nebraska. It's the biggest Nebraska county there is. But again, this storm is not too far away from you. But again, right now, there's no immediate danger for downtown Valentine. We're mainly concerned about areas off to the southwest of there.
We should be glad that the 1 kilometer SRH is 138 near Ainsworth, so we can see a cyclic, discrete supercell with brief tornadoes pretty consistently. If SRH increases, we are looking at concern. 0 to 3 kilometer SRH, however, is 340 plus. Wow. So, I mean, thankfully, some of, these photographs are saying, the SRH in the higher levels of the atmosphere is way higher than, towards the surface, which means we will have a lot of rotating thunderstorms very high up in the air. There will be some very strong rotation. But the thing is, I'm not ruling out, a strong tornado either, like what Davis said. But the thing is, I do feel like we're going to see a few tornadoes here today.
And apparently there was actually a confirmed report of the tornado down by Gurley as of, 41 minutes ago at this point. But apparently the Gurley fire chief reported ground circulation in Cheyenne County, Nebraska. So that tornado warning storm earlier, before we started the stream here, actually did end up producing a tornado. And again, guys, I'm sorry, we tried to go live. We did, but things were glitching out. They were all messed up. But yeah, we could have had a decent-sized tornado touch down there, and hopefully it did not go... Hopefully it wasn't on the ground by the time it got to Gurley, or else we could have had a pretty big problem. But anyway, back up to our actively tornado-warned storm. Again, it's continuing to rotate here. It's rotating decently. It's not like it's anything crazy, but it's something to watch.
Strong rotation east of Doughboy, man. Wow.
Yeah, and again, our storm just to the south of there, that's severe warning for the Hyannis area. We're estimating velocities at about 76 miles an hour, and it's only warned for 60 mile an hour winds, so we'll see if that gets an upgrade. Yeah, it looks like to me, though, our Doughboy circulation is kind of getting a little weaker. Again, another thing to note, though, is that we have a massive hail core with this. We've got hail up to golf ball size with that storm there. And this storm south of Johnstown, it was originally severe warning. It's not anymore, which is really surprising considering this is a massive hailstorm, so look out for that one. Let's kind of check up on some of our southern Missouri storms here. Nothing too crazy yet, just your typical garden variety storms. These summertime storms are not rare for this area by any means at all. And again, some of that convection even stretches all the way back through into Illinois, Indiana, and even back up into portions of Ohio here. Heck, it even goes back up towards Lake Erie here. So, I mean, pretty large line of storms here to deal with. Again, the main threat out here in the Ohio Valley, they're going to be gusty winds and small hail for the main threats, right? A brief tornado is unlikely, even a brief tornado. I don't think we're going to see a tornado out here today. Again, at best, we're going to see probably some 60 to 65 mile an hour wind gusts and maybe some quarter-sized hail out there, specifically kind of along and south of the Interstate 70 corridor, kind of going from Columbus back down towards Springfield, Missouri. So make sure to look out for that one there. We are already getting some sporadic outages here from some of our storms. We got 1,500 customers in Miami County, Ohio without power, 400 customers in Holmes County, Ohio without power. We've got 300 customers in Trimble County, Kentucky without power. And then we've got 800 customers in Morgan County, Illinois without power. And we did actually just get a new severe thunderstorm warning. The new severe warning being for... is it for our South Dakota storm here? No, it's doing the thing where it disappears, but it'll reappear here in a second. So we'll have that out there for you in just a moment. There it is. So that is actually for the hailstorm to the south of Ainsworth here that we're watching. $half sized hail, 60-mile-an-hour winds, and it even has the tornado possible tag on it. So we're going to look out because, as Kevin pointed out, we do have some decent SRH values out here in the Ainsworth area. Again, they're not anything super crazy, but it's enough to the point where I wouldn't rule out a brief tornado in that region. Again, our main concern, though, is on our storm off to the southwest of Valentine here with the massive hail, and again, the broad rotation at this point. Wow, so that rotation actually just did tighten up a decent amount there. Again, off to the east of Doughboy. We could have ourselves a funnel cloud, maybe even a tornado. I'm going to hope that's not a debris signature there. Let's kind of play things back here. I think it's contaminated. Yeah, that's definitely contamination. Yep. Alright. And we do have a new severe thunderstorm warning now. It's an extension for our storm, and yep, they finally did upgrade it to 70-mile-an-hour winds like I was hoping. For Mullen and Seneca, you guys need to make sure that you're getting indoors immediately. This is a really dangerous storm here that's going to knock over trees. It's going to knock out power. It is going to do quite a bit of damage there towards areas like Mullen and Seneca, and again, eventually even possibly Thedford. Now, if these kind of winds go close to the Thedford radar site, obviously that would be a pretty bad situation. Now, again, it's a low chance that even winds of this magnitude could knock the radar out, because really winds like this don't do too much damage aside from trees, power lines, and roofs. But it's just enough to the point where I'd give it maybe a 1% chance that if it hit Thedford, then we could have a chance at losing our radar site, which would be really bad because this is going to be the most valuable radar we have today. Inflow notch east of Upton, Wyoming, heading into South Dakota, looking concerning, especially with the rotation. Let's check that out. Upton, Wyoming. I know I've seen that name today. Heading into South Dakota with the inflow notch. Okay. Yeah, we'll watch that, see if that tries and spins a little bit. It's not really spinning right now. What I will say is that our storm to the south of Ainsworth, it does have itself a little bit of a hook echo actually now, so I'll have to watch that for a potential tornado. And right now it's mostly broad circulation with that storm. Again, our tornado warning storm, I'm watching this like a hawk, man. That is some pretty tight and strong rotation there to watch out for. Again, no signs of an active or imminent tornado, but gotta watch that for sure. Glad it still has that tornado warning there. And on the newest reflectivity skin, that hook echo is actually kind of gone on our Ainsworth storm, so continue to watch it. That inflow is definitely becoming more and more apparent, though, in our tornado warning storm for the Doughboy area, so we'll have to watch out for that. Let's check out the velocities, see if they have their new skin yet. They do not. Now they do. Again, still just watching that incredibly high pocket of damaging winds here heading for Mullen and Seneca. Wind gusts up to 70 miles an hour cannot be ruled out with this at the surface. And again, higher up into the atmosphere, we're even measuring up to 74 mile an hour winds. And again, our
Davis, I just wanted to say I'm going to read a little bit off of the the environment here today. In northwest Nebraska, we have Cape values of up to 1,500, which is it's good enough for thunderstorms to develop. It's not a lot, but it's enough for thunderstorms and all these things can get going here. And our significant tornado parameter is really low, but it's still almost, it's 1 basically. So I don't think we'll see anything really bad today. But that's what we have going on there with Cape and all that.
So you said it's 1 in northwest Nebraska?
Yeah, it's like close to 1. It's not even like 1. Yeah, it is 1 in like northwest Nebraska.
What about more central portions of Nebraska?
There is nothing.
Wow.
There's not even really a lot of Cape. There's not even a lot of Cape. There's maybe like 900. 1,300.
That's kind of surprising. So again, I mean, it's just barely enough Cape here to get our storms going, it looks like. But again, those storms are actually popping off quite a bit. We already had a tornado in southwest Nebraska in the Panhandle there, so, or not in southwest Nebraska, but in north of Sydney there. So, I mean, I don't know. This could be an overperforming event here. These storms may try and take advantage of the minimal amount of Cape. Again, there's actually some pretty decent SRH in the area, so we'll watch out for that. And again, even though the significant tornado parameter values are pretty low there, I mean, again, we've already gotten a tornado, and we're seeing other spots of strong circulation, so we'll watch out for that. Again, we have a severe thunderstorm watch in effect, not a tornado watch, but it's close to a tornado watch. It does specify that a tornado or two is possible. But again, the main threats are actually going to be isolated hail up to large apple size possible, and isolated gusts up to 75 miles per hour possible there. So pretty decent severe thunderstorm watch there. And again, we're watching for a potential watch. We're watching for a potential watch to come out for parts of the Ohio River here, as we have that slight risk of severe weather. And even the Storm Prediction Center has highlighted an area here where between now and I guess the next 7 minutes, there's a 60% chance of a severe thunderstorm watch being issued. So that would be for parts of southern Illinois, West Kentucky, northwest Tennessee, southeast Missouri, and northeast Arkansas. It's not looking like we have too much convection out there, so we'll see if they issue the watch sooner or later. But again, there's a good chance that in general we do get a watch at some point for that area there. So again, continue to watch this really tight and strong rotation here. West of Highway 79, southwest of Valentine, Nebraska, a tornado warning has been issued for portions of north central Cherry County. For just central Cherry County now, as weather spotters have reported a funnel cloud with this storm. And as of 1 minute ago, it's kind of been condensed a little bit further to the south here. Yeah, this is off to the east of Doughboy here. Wow, look at that new velocity scan on our tornado warning storm, Roman.
Let me take a look. Oh, my.
So, again...
Freddie McKinney is on this storm, by the way.
Okay.
I'm going to watch his stream. I'll let you know whenever I see anything.
Alright. We could see a strong tornado out of this. Again, there's a lot of contamination on the edge of this here, but we can see the inflow. Incredible velocities. Again, we're talking about gate-to-gate shear with this specific storm being about 115 miles an hour here.
I'm going to be right back, Davis.
Okay. But yeah, gate-to-gate shear here at about 115 miles an hour. So again, if you're in this area, we need you to get to your safe spot. If you're in the Merritt Reservoir, again, areas to the east of Doughboy is where that rotation is located currently. And again, I would not even rule out a brief strong tornado with that. I don't think it's out of the question. I really don't. Again, it's going to be hard to see a CC drop because of all the contamination out here. But we could have an ongoing tornado. It wouldn't be shocking to me. So we'll see if we get any reports from weather spotters. New severe thunderstorm warning has been issued for Arthur, Nebraska. Quarter-sized hail, 60-mile-an-hour winds from this massive... almost a bow echo shape line of storms there, so we'll have to watch out for that as that approaches Arthur. So again, if you're in Arthur or to the west of Arthur along Highway 61, make sure you're getting indoors there. Velma, Lena, Rounds Place, Lyons Place, McKee, all those areas there, if you guys are familiar with this region, need to be getting indoors for sure. And again, this storm up here, our tornado warning storm, continues to look more and more impressive by the scan, so that is a really concerning look there. Again, that's a very dangerous situation. Some storms are currently turning outflow dominant due to the boundary present on radar. Yeah, you can actually see the boundary on radar today, which is pretty interesting. It's not a lot of times you can do that, but with this event you can. But again, right now we've just got to continue to watch this rotation here, because this is one of our storms that is not outflow dominant. It looks like so. Again, we'll continue to watch that. Should get a new velocity scan in here at literally any second. I mean, that's not not good. That's for sure. All right, Roman's back.
Sorry about that.
No, you're good. Wow. Again, that is really scary contamination. That's crazy. I don't know why the velocities are not updating here, guys. Sorry about that. There we go. So, okay, the rotation's kind of broadened up here quite a bit, so that's good news. But again, you need to stay in your safe spot if you're out there, because that's not a good-looking storm. Also, again, our storm approaching Mullen and Seneca is still producing damaging winds up to 70 miles an hour, but we're actually measuring velocities at this point over 80, so you got to watch out if you're in that area. You got to make sure you're getting indoors and in an interior room. New severe thunderstorm warning has been issued for that storm east of Upton that Kevin mentioned a while ago. Ping pong bowl sized hail and 60 mile an hour damaging wind gusts. So if you're in that area, make sure to look out for that. Looks like we're actually seeing a little bit of rotation with that storm.
This storm on Freddie McKinney's stream is unreal.
Really?
And I think he sees a water spout on the reservoir there.
Seriously?
Yeah, I think that's what he said that.
Okay, so it looks like we have a tornado on the ground here, a water spout. The rotation's really tightened up again on that most recent scan. Okay, I think it... So he said that he saw a water spout?
Yeah, he said he saw a water spout on that reservoir over there.
Okay, I'm gonna update it then to tornado on the ground, the stream title here.
That's what I heard him say.
Alright, everybody, so apparently we have a tornado on the ground, or technically a water spout right now, over the Merritt Reservoir. Again, if you're in this area, you need to be in your tornado safe spot immediately. Again, we have an ongoing tornado here in Nebraska, so make sure that you get to your tornado safe spot. Again, really tight velocities there, so it's not super surprising that we do have that water spout. We just gotta hope that this doesn't reach the Kennedy area or the Simeon area, Simone, how do you pronounce that? Because those are some actual places that, you know, have people living in them, as opposed to this, where it's mainly open farms and, you know, stuff like that. So we'll see what happens here. Again, it's not a good look in the velocities right now, though. So, again, if they're gonna, they said they're gonna issue they said there's a 60% chance of a watch coming out for this area between now and 3:45. 3:45 is in 1 minute, so it's looking like they're gonna issue this watch a little later than they were originally planning, as these storms are continuing to be mainly a wind threat, and really not even a great wind threat. It's gonna be gusty winds at best for some of our storms, specifically in southeast Missouri, most likely. So we'll continue to watch that, but again, nothing too concerning right now. But yeah, if you're just not tuning in, apparently we have a tornado on the ground here over the Merritt Reservoir, a water spout, at least as of a couple minutes ago here. And again, we've still got ourselves some pretty tight circulation, pretty strong circulation. So again, we're going to watch and see if this is still actively producing a tornado or a water spout here. Huge inflow notch with our storm here. You can see all that inflow just poking into the storm. It's almost creating like a mega hook echo there. So interesting situation. Our storm south of Johnstown, by the way, is developing a hook echo once more. But again, for the most part, this storm is going to be mainly outflow dominant. So nothing too much to worry about that over there in terms of a tornado threat as of right now. We'll continue to watch it because there's still a small chance that it does produce a tornado. But again, it's looking like the chance is pretty minimal at this point. So, going to be rain wrapped? Yeah, I mean, that's definitely a good chance that this is rain wrapped out here. So again, don't go outside and try to look for this thing. Just get to your safe spot there if you're in central Cherry County. Again, that's what we're talking about right now. So, any info on that tornado near Roco or Ropo, whatever the town was called? I didn't know there was a tornado there.
Are you talking about the one near... trying to see here. I know what you're talking about.
What state was it in?
I'm not live, Sam.
Near Lincoln? Oh, he's talking about the Lincoln tornado.
Wasn't it like Rock something?
Yeah.
Rokeby. Yeah, it was rated EF1.
Yeah, high-end EF1 rating there. Again, it looked like it was a lot worse based on the radar presentation, just the correlation coefficient and the strong velocities. But again, EF1 rating there for that tornado. So definitely could have been a lot worse. Again, though, the problem is that's such a populated area that even though it was on the weaker side of things, that's still going to obviously down power lines and trees and roof damage. So all those things are going to be associated with that tornado there, I'm sure. So it's going to be quite a bit of cleanup to do out there. And again, they just got hit with a massive tornado a little over a month ago during the April 26th outbreak. Wow, look at our rotation on our tornado warned storm, Roman. It's really tightened up again. Again, apparently we have an ongoing water spout or tornado here, according to storm chaser Freddie McKinney. So again, if you're in this area, you need to be in your tornado safe spot. You see that?
I do. Jeez, man, that is tough.
Yeah. So, again, if you're in this area, we are really urging everybody to be in their safe spot. They're probably going to issue a new tornado warning for this soon because this is starting to move out of the warning polygon. But, I mean, a 5-year-old could look at that and tell you where the rotation is. That is pretty interesting look there. Okay. So again, if you're just not tuning in, we probably have an ongoing water spout or tornado here over the Merritt Reservoir in Nebraska here, according to storm chaser Freddie McKinney. We had a water spout as of a couple minutes ago, so we're treating this like a tornado on the ground here. And again, the velocities are incredibly strong, very strong inflow. It's just a really impressive looking storm here, and again, we're going to see more of these today, I imagine, as we go later into the afternoon and maybe even into the early evening time hours here. We're also watching for a secondary severe threat to start to set up out here in portions of the Ohio River Valley, but as of right now, that event is struggling to get going. Right now, it's mainly a gusty wind threat for a lot of those storms. But yeah, what's up, Alan? Again, we're just continuing to watch this tornado, ongoing tornado / water spout here in Nebraska, as it's likely still on the ground. So, yeah, we're going to watch it. The velocities have been going from intense to weak to intense to weak. Right now they're kind of in a weaker phase, but still really tight and pretty strong there, so something to look out for. The Upton storm is definitely trying to wrap up. Let's go ahead and check that one out. Wow, yeah. So, we actually do have some rotation there, some pretty decent rotation near Horton and Skull Creek. So if you're in that area, make sure you're looking out for that. It's probably going to get a tornado warning soon. The storm northeast of the tornado warning storm looks interesting. Let's see.
What storm you said looked like it was wrapping up?
No longer on the ground or on water. Okay, I'll go and update the stream title in a second then. He said the one in Wyoming there. Oh, northwest of the tornado warning storm. Yeah. See, the thing is this is a really weird situation where we have like 3 different supercells almost here, and they're all colliding, and it's a really messy situation right now, but things may try and tighten up there and get its act together, so we'll have to watch that. But yeah, I gotta update the stream title here. No, you're good. So again, if you're just now tuning in, we have ourselves a tornado warning in Nebraska. This is for portions of central Cherry County off to the southwest of Valentine. Every single message you're saying keeps getting planted on Freddy's stream when I send it here. So, anyway, again, I know we got a lot of folks tuning in. Hopefully, we got people from Nebraska. Again, right now our main concern is off to the west of Interstate 97, where we have very strong and tight velocities there to look out for over the Merritt Reservoir. So we cannot rule out another tornado trying to spin up with this or another water spout, whatever happened, right? So, yeah, we don't know if there was a tornado here, but again, we have confirmed a water spout, so.
New velocities came in. Oh my.
Yeah, I know. It's pretty strong. It's tight. There's not a lot stopping this from producing another water spout or tornado even. And we did get a new severe thunderstorm warning ahead of it for lime-sized hail, 60-mile-an-hour winds, and it has the tornado possible tag. I really hope they don't let the tornado warning go off of this, because this is a really dangerous storm. But this is for areas to the south of Valentine along Highway 83 here towards Seabowen, Simon, and Kennedy. So if you're in that area, make sure you're getting indoors and away from windows immediately. Yeah, very odd. This whole event is kind of odd. So again, we're just not seeing that convection really get going out here over the Ohio River right now, like we were kind of expecting. Let's take a look here at Corey Gherkin's feed. He's in southeast Illinois. Holy crap, that was loud. I'm so sorry, guys. I always forget how loud those are whenever they're just driving. So, yeah, I'm going to be watching for some storms to develop here soon in my neck of the woods, so I'm pretty stoked about that. Got some showers and T-showers rolling through. New severe thunderstorm warning has been issued in northeast Colorado for areas like Hackstum and Paoli, so if you're in this area, make sure you're getting indoors. Quarter-sized hail is expected with that severe thunderstorm there. And again, our tornado warning storm is still rotating pretty decently here. Again, we're continuing to watch it as it tries to reproduce another water spout. And again, it may even be a tornado. They went ahead and downgraded our storm here for the Mullen-Seneca area down to 60-mile-an-hour damaging winds again, which I don't understand because we're measuring velocities close to 80. Again, this is elevated. These are winds high up into the atmosphere, but still, I would expect at least a 70-mile-an-hour wind tag with that. If 0.5 degrees in the atmosphere, we have 80-mile-an-hour winds, so I don't know, it's close. They should use the 65-mile-an-hour wind tag here, but for some reason they rarely do that. So we'll see what happens. Oh yeah, there are more than 6 severe thunderstorm warnings. I should probably update that. I had to redo my entire stream setup today, basically. Again, if you're not aware, we had quite a few technical difficulties trying to start up this live stream here, but again, as I've been saying, the important thing is that we're here now, and we finally have a severe thunderstorm warning for our storms out here in the Midwest. For some reason, my I think it's because my audio was off, but I couldn't hear my alerts. We have a new severe thunderstorm warning for Jasper, Indiana, for the threats of quarter-sized hail and 60-mile-an-hour damaging wind gusts. So we'll continue to watch out for that storm, as that's kind of the first of many severe storms that I think we're going to see start to pop out here in the Ohio River Valley. Again, mainly a damaging wind threat and a large hail threat with that storm. I'm not really expecting any tornadic activity with that storm there, so continue to watch that, but again, not a super huge threat as of right now. New reflectivity scale, let's check it out. Yep, more of the same. So yeah, we'll watch that. Let's go back up to our tornado warning storm here in Nebraska. Again, still rotating. It's a little bit weaker now. But it's definitely still there, and it's pretty darn tight. So hopefully, again, they reissue that tornado warning. If they do reissue it, the warning polygon will look something like this. Sorry, that was a really bad drawing, but you get the gist. It'll look something like, let's try to draw it a little bit better this time. Something like that probably is what I would do, because this is really moving southeast at this point. It's interesting. I was originally moving due east, but or almost due east anyway, and at this point it's moving almost directly southeast. So let's check out our severe storm here in Indiana again. Again, this is definitely going to pack a punch with brief torrential rain. So again, if you're in Jasper, you need to get in indoors. This is for portions of, let's see here, northern Dubois County in south central Indiana. Really, southwest Indiana is what I'd call that, but it's not what the National Weather Service zone is apparently labeled as. So, again, our rotation's kind of broadening up here on our tornado warning storm, and there we go. They went ahead and removed that tornado warning, actually, so we no longer have a tornado warning. Okay. Yeah, hit the like and subscribe button to help spread this stream out to people that need this life-saving information. Again, we're going to be live here for a little bit longer to cover these severe storms here because I genuinely don't think a lot of these Nebraska storms are done with entirely with their tornadic potential. So we're going to continue to watch these. Again, we've had at least one tornado and one water spout. Again, it may have been 2 tornadoes. We're not quite too sure as of right now. Do you have any updates about that? Roman? Do you know if it was just a water spout that we saw, or did it actually make ground contact for a little bit?
I don't know. Freddie was saying that there was a water spout over the reservoir there. That's all he basically said, though. So, but check the storm north of Newcastle, Wyoming. There, that has a major hook echo.
Yeah, we've been coming back to that storm to watch it over and over again, and it looks like probably pretty soon, again, they're going to issue a tornado warning for that. If that continues to intensify like it has been as it enters western South Dakota. So look out for that. Eventually, that's going to be heading for the Box Elder Rapid City area to the north of there, where a lot of our severe storms have been lately. But yeah, new severe thunderstorm warning in Missouri, 60-mile-an-hour winds and nickel-sized hail. So some of these Ohio River storms are finally starting to get their act together, so we may actually see them produce a tornado here. Sorry, that is not what I meant to say. They're not going to produce a tornado, but we may actually see the Storm Prediction Center finally start to issue that severe thunderstorm watch for this area that they were talking about. So we'll see what happens with that. Again, I did not mean to say that these are going to produce a tornado. These definitely are not tornadic storms out here in the Ohio Valley right now. And we're not expecting them to become tornadic either.
I have a lot of videos of damage being done in Jamaica. Lots of damage.
Really? Okay. Yeah, at the we just got a new advisory as well from the National Hurricane Center. Hurricane Beryl is still a Category 4 hurricane with sustained winds of 140 miles per hour and max gusts at 165 miles an hour. Destructive hurricane.
What's up, Sam?
Again, it's almost looking like here, and even the National Hurricane Center is saying this, it's almost looking more likely that we get a Category 1 Hurricane Beryl landfall, rather than a tropical storm landfall here. It's really looking like we're going to have ourselves a pretty big problem for folks out here in northeast Mexico and southeast Texas. So we'll watch that as the next advisory comes out here, obviously. Sorry, did not mean to have that alarm go off. New severe thunderstorm warning has been issued for quarter-sized hail, 60-mile-an-hour winds. That is for Lascar, Colorado there. So if you're in that area, make sure you're moving indoors. Alright, so, again, continuing to watch our convection out here as it finally gets going across the Ohio Valley, and then we're also watching these storms out here in Nebraska, as obviously these are quite a bit more mature and also have a slightly higher tornado threat. So watch those, and guys, as you know, the slight risk streak just does not want to end. Tomorrow we've got a double slight risk, and they're both going to be centered across parts of the Midwest here. One of them is going to be for portions of the, how do I say this, like the Central Plains, but also like the parts of the mid-Mississippi Valley. and then the other one is going to be located across the upper Mississippi Valley, if that makes sense. So the main threats for tomorrow include a few tornadoes possible. Right now we don't have a 5% tornado risk, but I actually do think that they're going to add one, and I think it's actually going to be, the one that they add I think is going to be on our southern mode of storms here into parts of Missouri and Kansas. But obviously the damaging wind threat is the main thing for tomorrow, and our southern mode of storms, as you can see from the Storm Prediction Center outlook, and then hail will be the main threat on our northern mode of storms here to look out for. So we're going to watch out, obviously, for, again, all hazards in play day for tomorrow. And, again, it's going to be in populated areas that we're talking about, right? We got Kansas City. But Kansas City, Tulsa, Minneapolis, St. Paul, Overland Park. A lot of big cities included in these slight risks of severe weather. Overall, we've got over 50 million Americans tomorrow facing at least a marginal threat of severe thunderstorms, so watch out for that. And even on Friday, we have a marginal risk of severe weather for parts of the Ohio Valley, but I actually think we're going to add a slight risk for this area and here. Again, it's a little too far out to get too specific, but I think that they will add a slight risk somewhere in this area. And again, if I had to guess specifically, I'd say this as of right now, but again, take that all with a grain of salt. Guess the rating video was gas. You got all of them right. You'd like to join, but you don't have Discord. Yeah, it's not really like a big thing anyway. It's really just me, Roman, and Mr. Storm. We've had a lot of people ask if they can join the Discord, and the answer is probably just going to be no to everybody.
Yeah, we're sorry. It's just, it's just us three, and, I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's nothing personal. It's just, again, it's kind of our private thing. It's not like a big server where, it's like a fan server. It's really just us three. So, new severe thunderstorm warning has been issued off to the east of Denver, Aurora. $half sized hail with this storm here possible near Shamrock. So if you're in that area, make sure you are getting indoors and away from windows. Let's see here. So our storm out here in Missouri is actually starting to cause some power outages. Currently, we have about 800 customers in Iron County without power. I almost said look out for that. But no, I mean, that's obviously a pretty big problem. That's about 13% of the entire county. So definitely something to look out for there. Sorry, got a text. But yeah, 800 outages there. Do more videos about Guess the Rating is fun.
Yeah, we will.
I may even have to start. I may start doing them on my channel because honestly, I did enjoy doing that, and we just play that game a lot in our free time. Honestly, it's not like we only do it for the content. Alrighty. Let's see here. I mean, there's nothing else to say than what we've been saying, Just continuing to watch the minor Ohio Valley convection as it intensifies. Continuing to watch our Central Plains event and our High Plains event here, our Northern Plains event. But nothing else really to note. So. It almost looks like we've got some very, very, very broad rotation on our Jasper, Indiana storm. But it's nothing crazy. Where's Mr. Storm? He is at a birthday party, I think. So,
getting up there, guys. She's getting up there.
I think since we don't really have anything going on, we're gonna end off here. I'm not even sure if we're gonna have another stream today, guys. It's really nothing too crazy. But, yeah, we're gonna end off things here. Thank you all for tuning in. Again, we might be back live again later, but it's a low chance, only if something really, really crazy happens. So, yeah, thank you all for tuning into this live stream. I appreciate it, and I will see you all tonight, because we're going to have our Hurricane Barrel stream. Peace.